everyone, it's me, Alex. In today's video, I'm going to answer some of your most frequently asked questions. Before we begin with the questions, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude. Your support has made last year my most productive year on YouTube. I've shared 113 tutorials and the journey has been nothing short of amazing. This year is going a bit rough for me, but I will try to do my best and continue uploading new and interesting content. Now let's get to the questions. Some of them I have received in a private message and the other ones are just comments under the videos. I have selected the ones I receive most often. Let's start with the personal stuff. First off, the most common question: is this really my voice? Absolutely yes, I don't use any fancy filters or effects, just some normalizing and noise reduction to ensure a smooth and consistent voiceover experience. The next question is about my age. Can you guess how old I am? Today is my birthday and I'm turning 30. It feels the same, but for some reason this year I'm very worn out. When it comes to hobbies, the list is long. I love knitting, sewing and video editing. But that's not all, I also enjoy playing the piano and darbuka, singing, cooking, gardening, tarot cards, astrology and indulging in a bit of photography and 3D printing. I bet I missed something, but the list is endless when it comes to my hobbies. As for my education, I graduated with a Bachelor of Business Administration, which leads us to the next question: what do I do for a living? I spent more than 10 years working as a salesman and bartender, but currently I'm trying to be a full-time YouTuber. It's a dream job and I'm grateful for the opportunity to create content. Well, I have to thank my parents for their support because currently I'm investing more in YouTube than I'm earning. I have had questions about how much YouTube pays me for one video. As long as I know, it's against the rules to show you a screenshot, but for the whole lifetime of one knitting video I earn somewhere between $2 and $5. I make these videos only because I enjoy making them. Now you might be wondering what I do in my free time. The truth is, I don't have much free time. I'm always working on something and a significant part of that work finds its way on my YouTube channel. I have received many emails and messages regarding whether I have a girlfriend, if I'm married or if I'm in a relationship. The answer is no, I'm single, but as you already know, I have so many hobbies that I'm not just a single, I'm an album. At the moment I have put my activities on top of the list. I'm also quite introverted and enjoy having alone time. For those wondering how to reach me, I'm passively active on various platforms such as Facebook, Ravelry, and recently I started using Instagram. To be honest, I feel like a dinosaur when navigating through all of these platforms. They are not really my thing. You can find all the links in the description below. The best way to get in touch is by leaving a comment under my videos on YouTube, especially if you want to ask a question regarding the topic of the video. Our discussion in the comments may help more people, and this is exactly the main purpose of the videos. Also, I prioritize YouTube comments because I only have the YouTube app installed on my phone. But don't worry, I'll do my best to respond wherever you reach out. There are a lot of scammers out there, so if you ever want to get in touch with your favorite YouTuber, use the official links under the videos in their channel. I only make videos in English here on YouTube and I'm not selling any parts, tutorials or machines. Now it's time for some questions related to the knitting videos. I have many requests for knitting videos that I keep in a notebook, but if I haven't made a video on your request, I have probably failed multiple times or I don't have enough information to make such a video. I started knitting 3 years ago and I didn't know anything about knitting back then, so there are plenty of things that I still don't know how to do. That's why there are many videos that I wasn't being able to make. You may be able to understand what I'm speaking, but after all the hobbies I have, languages are not something I'm good with. My native language is Bulgarian and I can understand Russian and English, but my grammar is very bad without using translation software. That's why even if there is enough information, I could not process it every time. Now on to the next question, where I'm buying knitting machine parts from. I bought my machine from an online exchange site based in my country. We have an option to pay on delivery and that's why I don't have a bank card. I have never bought anything from online stores located in different parts of the world that require online payment. That's why I can't tell you where you can find parts for your machine. Some of the devices I have are gifts from viewers or I have bought them with their help and the bank cards of my friends. It's a very complicated process and I hope my machine will be in working condition as long as possible. The last question I have for today is why I'm not using the transferring locks and the trick of it device in most of the videos. I try to keep it simple because not everyone has these devices and the main point of the videos is to make every step as clear as possible. I may consider using them frequently in the future videos. Thank you for all your fantastic questions and for watching this video to the end. It's been a pleasure answering them and I appreciate your curiosity about the person behind the videos. I prefer to upload only videos that can bring some value to the viewers. This is probably not one of these videos as you are unlikely to learn anything useful. If you have more questions, you can leave them in the comments and I will try to answer them, but I'm not planning to make a similar video anytime soon. Now I'm going to celebrate my birthday. Have a nice day and see you in my next video.